In this clip, you got Gary Cardone, Grant Cardone's brother, telling you why Bitcoin is the most liquid asset globally. Check it out.
I think Bitcoin is probably the most liquid asset in the world. Markets need to be liquid to be relied on by really large players. What will make them run away from this market? A failure to provide proper liquidity that doesn't create massive gaps in either the bid or the offer. There's this thesis or ethos in the Bitcoin community: I will never sell my Bitcoin. That does not make a healthy market. One of the great fears from large institutional players, even myself, will be, hey, I can get into Bitcoin, but can I get out? Is there enough liquidity for me to sell out? Irrespective of the liquidity of Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin will remain the most liquid asset. So everybody get off zero. We're all going to be fine.
And with that, you hear Gary Cardone telling you that Bitcoin is liquidity. As long as liquidity stays in this market, the big players are going to continue to come and the market is going to continue to grow because Bitcoin is the most liquid asset. What asset do you know you can cash out and literally have it hit your bank account within a day or two? There's no asset in the world that does that. Bitcoin is the only one. You can't sell real estate and get the cash deposited within a day or two. Has to go through escrow, has to have to go through closing, has to go through all these different hoops and channels before the money ultimately hits your account. Bitcoin, you just click the sell button and then the money is there. The most liquid asset in the world. And with that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Getting straight into it, we're taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin at the current time of this recording is right below 42,000 at 41.8. Is this a relief rally or will we see lower price action? Now look here, you see we've been stair-stepping our way up through the Gaussian channel, and you see this is on the weekly. You see that this price action does seem somewhat bullish. Look at the 20 moving average. We see the 20, we came back down and wicked down to about 38,000 temporarily, to 38.6 to be exact. This is sitting right at 36,000. Well, the reason why we're telling you that this is important to pay attention to, look at the last bull rally. The last time we bounced straight off of this, what happened? We just stayed above it, and that was the continuation. So is this continuation about to happen? Is 2024 about to melt faces like people are anticipating? You have to be patient. Where's the technical target? Well, you got to pull down from the macro view the previous low, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking for that fifth leg blow off top. Where's the technical target? That 1.618 was hit twice. Once and twice, the $65,000 top and the $69,000 top. So that was already hit. How much more extended can we get? Can we actually go up to the next level, the 2.618? That's $389,000 Bitcoin. Is that realistic? If we look at the two legs that are most important when looking at how long the fifth leg could be, we're going to look at the first leg and we're going to look at this third leg. Now this third leg here, this first leg here, you got to pull to the bottom of the fourth leg, which is around the 15.6K level. So if this first leg hits, that's about 70,000, a new all-time high. That could be a triple top, which is a bearish formation. And then we go down and see lower price action. But that's the range. That's the minimum. We pull this third leg up. How high can this third leg go? Look here, 15.6K is the bottom. And this third leg technically could go up to 265,000. So we have a wide range, 70,000 to 265,000. But look at where this 2.618 level is, 389 once again. Are we going to see this in the works? How long will this take to play out? You see that this line from the previous peaks actually intersects that 2.618 around November of 2025. So will this just drag out and stair step all the way up in there, all the way through the end of 2025 before we see that blow off top? That could be what's in the cards. There's a lot of bullishness momentum. Why is that? The ETFs just passed. And right here, we see Bitcoin spot ETF 11-day volume. What we see? We see Grayscale, GBTC, 12 billion. IBIT, BlackRock, 4.8 billion. Fidelity, 4.2 billion. ARK, 1.3 billion. Bitwise, 700 million. So this is the top 5. There's 11 of these. So if you look at the top 5, how much spot volume was it? So you're looking at 12.64, you're looking at 17, 21, 22. You're looking at roughly 23 to 24 billion dollars in the first 11 days. And Grayscale's actually been selling. Look at this here. Bitcoin surged 5% today. That's what we told you today. Was this a relief rally or what is this? Are we going to have a continuation? We did have a 5% increase today. Bitcoin surged 5% to the plus side after Grayscale's ETF outflows fell to 50% to 255 million from an average of 500 million. Imagine when Grayscale stops. So imagine when this goes to 0% and all of these companies here, Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK, Bitwise, and the 6 others continue to buy spot Bitcoin ETF. Imagine what's going to happen. And then here's a graph here from the Rational Root showing you the Bitcoin holdings. This is the live Bitcoin ETF tracker. So right here you see all the holdings from all the different ETFs that got approved, all different investors, and how much they're buying. So you can sort of see how this correlates with, as these companies buy, what happens to the price. You see halvings here. So will we actually see a blow off top before the halving? Could that happen if you see Grayscale completely stop selling their spot BTC that has been locked up for some years? You be the judge. And look what Plan B is saying. 42,000 on track like clockwork. So we're seeing all the blue dots. What comes next? The red. And then the halving. Are we going to see a supply shock over $500,000? Could this be what drives Bitcoin up over $500,000? Are you feeling the FOMO? Are you sitting there wondering if you should buy or sell, or if the price is going to dip down to 30,000? Let me ask you this. Let me pose this one question for you. If Bitcoin ends up going to 500K within the next 2 years, and you're sitting here when the price is around 40, 41, 42,000, and the price never drops, but then goes to 500,000. What's the difference in Bitcoin value? Like, you're talking about an $11,000 to $12,000 swing. So you're waiting for a 25% decrease for a potential 1,000+% increase. Like, is that what you're waiting for? That 25% dip? Is that really that serious? Well, come on, you have to look at the math. Look at the charts. Does it matter if Bitcoin comes back down to 30,000? If it ends up being up here, you're going to miss hundreds of percents of gain if you're waiting and thinking like that. That's illogical. That doesn't even make sense. And we'll leave you with this. From TA Trader Allen, Bitcoin has broken out from a falling wedge, which was falling onto support. Note that the body of this breakout candle is larger than the previous 3 days. So right here, what do we see? We see that Bitcoin has came in and into this falling wedge. This is a bullish pattern. So technically, if you're falling down, the technical target is the top of this wedge. So are we going to come back up to this? And then look at this candle here. This candle is a bullish confirmation. Now, could this be a fake out? That potentially could be the case. But all in all, the technical target is the absolute top of this wedge. So this is a cool off, a brief reset before we get a continuation. Once again, look at this. When Grayscale's ETF outflows drop to 25%, what's going to happen to the price? And then once they drop to 0% and all these other players continue to buy, what's going to happen to the price? Ask yourself that. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.